Jahan, my dear candidates, how lucky you are that you are opting for the armed forces. Can you believe wherever I go for seminars or webinars, the maximum candidates, particularly in the South India, are asking, sir, what armed forces offers us? What is so attractive or great about the armed forces? Because frankly speaking, armed forces is not that a popular option in the South.
Download the SSB SureShot app from Google Play Store to access courses for written exams like NDA, CDS and AFCAT. You can also find courses for SSB personality development and spoken English. Apply the coupon code SIGNUP15 to get 15% off on your first purchase. Call us on 725-930-7111 for any queries.
You go to Kerala, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh. But surprisingly, I have served most of my life spent when I was in service in the northern India. I commanded division also in the northern India. And look, numerous colleges I visited. And whenever you ask a question, how many want to join the armed forces? Can you believe, guys? 90% plus will raise their hand. But surprisingly, this is not true about the South India. Look, that's the reason we have launched a campaign to popularize the armed forces. Though armed forces doesn't need to spread its popularity, it is already the most popular service, guys. I will tell you why. And can you believe it? One of the best colleges of South India in Bangalore, the Christ University. I've been there 6 times on different occasions. And usually my one question to the candidates will be, how many want to join the armed forces? Believe me, the number of the people who raise hand is 2 or 3 out of an audience of 350 to 400. I was shocked initially. And once I speak to them, in the end again, I ask a question to some more people, 40, 50 maybe volunteers. But unlike the North India where 90% of the guys are keen to join the armed forces, look at the self-motivation in the North India. Really, I envy that, in comparison to South India. Now, guys, you are lucky that you are thinking of joining the armed forces. Why? Let me tell you the first thing. It's the most popular service today in the country. Guys, the situation is not that in the 70s or 80s where armed forces was not the popular option. In our time it wasn't. Let me tell you this. It became more and more popular in the late 90s and early 2000s. Now, guys, it is not me who says the armed forces is the most popular option. It is the Union Public Service Commission annual report mentions it. You open their annual reports, guys. In that, it has 2 areas where it confirms that armed forces is the most popular service. Firstly, the number of applicants. Can you believe, guys, we from UPSC, we have only 2 entries, the NDA and the CDS. Look at that. Only from these 2 entries, the yearly number of candidates who apply is to the tune of 18 lakh per annum. There are 2 NDA written tests, 2 CDS written tests. And the number of applicants are 18 lakh plus. And the second most popular service is the civil services. And the applicants are around 10 lakh. Look at that. And guys, not only that, let me tell you, armed forces have 19 entries. I'm talking about 2 entries only which are through UPSC. In that only we have the highest number of applicants. If you include those 17 entries, the technical entries, the short service, the short service technical, the technical entry scheme and numerous others. You have for law, you have education, So, in case you include all these 19 entries, our number per year will go somewhere around 25 lakh plus. Look at this, guys. And do you know that armed forces is the highest employer of youth today? The only service which can be compared is the railways. Yes, railways about 12 lakh. If you include Army, Navy, Air Force will surpass the railways also. Armed Forces is the biggest and the greatest employer of youth today. Look at that. So guys, you are now going for the most popular service if you get through. And secondly, let me tell you, and all my facts and figures can be cross-checked. The second thing which will attract you for the Armed Forces, guys, is the best pay scale. Oh my God, do you know that Armed Forces get the highest pay today in any Class 1 service? Let me tell you, the same Class 1 pay scale is applicable for Armed Forces, but in addition we get military service pay, we get field allowance, and let me tell you, if you really ask a young lieutenant at 21 or 22 years how much pay he gets, and can you believe, guys, it will be not less than 1,25,000 because of these extra pay which others do not get. And tell me, which service gives you 1,20,000 or 20,000 plus? Which corporate gives you, guys? Best of the corporates, even to the IITians, they give 70,000-80,000 maximum. Otherwise, maximum youth is observed between 20,000 to 40,000 per month. Look at the Armed Forces. Guys, it is the best paymaster or the best paying job today. And I don't have to tell you the facilities which the Armed Forces provide. Oh my God, I will simply say, we have done the calculation. Can you believe the kind of facilities of free medical, your free travel, your even medical of your dependents, your officer mess, your club membership, and besides that, numerous other facilities which you get free of cost, your housing. Imagine that accounts for virtually whatever pay you are getting, approximately 3.5 times more. How I am saying that? Because in addition you are earning your pension for the life, and that pension is also very attractive, guys. The pay, perks and pensions are very, very attractive in the Armed Forces and far better than any service in the country. On top of that, guys, I don't have to tell you, you all know very well, it has been called the most respected service. You see, numerous newspapers, magazines have done the survey, and the survey report points out only one thing, that Armed Forces is way ahead in popularity than any other service. In respect, people honor the Armed Forces. The country respects Armed Forces. Where will you get such kind of respect, guys? And let me tell you, Armed Forces, you guys may be thinking that it is that easy to get through in the Armed Forces. No, guys. Let me tell you, the Armed Forces testing process is the most difficult in the country. Much more difficult than the civil services. Yes, civil services, their written exam may be very, very difficult. I can say that from NDA or CDS, the civil service exam, written exam is much more difficult. But look our interview process. It is the most difficult process. Can you believe in our interview process, only 3.6% get through. So overall, you find NDA and CDS far more difficult than the civil services because of the interview process, guys. Look, can you find any service more adventurous than the Armed Forces? Name any sports, name any expedition, name anything which you want to do, right from para jumping to various adventurous sports. You get the chance only in the Armed Forces. So guys, you have made the right choice. That's what I want to tell you. And particularly of the South India, because that is what I am doing for the last 4 years, motivating the youth of South India to opt for Armed Forces, guys. So let me tell you, you have opted for the right choice, and please work hard for it. SSB Sure Shot Academy is always with you. As you are aware, we have a branch here in Bangalore at the wonderful in the natural green environment, 28 acres of campus with best of the obstacle system, with the best of the training facilities, with the best of the trainers. And of course, we have a branch in Punjab, Chandigarh. So guys, you can opt for any of our academies. You'll be lucky to be trained in the SSB Short Academy. Why? Because the focus of SSB Short Academy is not to coach you, but to guide you, to mentor you, and of course, we believe in inner engineering so that we can focus on your personality and your leadership qualities. So guys, choice is yours. Looking forward to meet you one of these days. All the best. Bye-bye. Thank you.
Don't forget to subscribe to our new channel SSB Short Plus for exclusive new videos. Also follow us on Instagram for all the latest updates. Check out a Short guide to crack SSB on Amazon. The link is in the description below.